Good morning. It's Night&Day. Today's word I'm thinking about, or has just been in my head, is acceptance. It's something that when I moved out here, and got away and tried to start over. And I know I keep repeating myself, but it is part of my story. And I always think the best way to, explain is to talk about your experiences. I don't have a huge desire to talk about myself. I don't want to sound like I have some self-importance, or I'm happy to always listen. Probably am a better listener at this point. But I just think talking through my experiences and hopefully that equating them to what either someone's going through, or letting them see what I'm go through, and hopefully they can relate or use that. I don't know, use it to help themselves, or use it in my example to kind of make someone's life hopefully a little easier, or just bring some understanding to it. So that's, I guess, why I want to talk, and why I want to connect to people, to just kind of open up their eyes to something else or someone else, or a different idea, or hearing a different voice than what they're normally used to hearing, and just my kind of process that I've used over the last, however many years, but and how I've kind of settled to where I am, and some of the way I like to see things, whether that's right or wrong, I don't think it matters, but it is just, important things and stuff I would like to teach my kids, or teach my workers, or teach anyone. Not like teach, but just share. I don't really, I guess, want to teach, but just share things that have been helpful for me, that I've learned through other people, or that I've picked up along the way, and share those things. So just getting back to acceptance, I think when I moved out here, again, I'll always bring this up, but just after losing my parents, and not really feeling like I fit into where I was, or just not having that joy anymore, that light. Living in New York is amazing, so that energy kind of masked a lot of my deficiencies, but deep down I just wasn't, feeling accepted even in that place. I just didn't feel that connection, that exception. So moving out here, when I started a job, I did want to be accepted. That's why I chose to do something that people needed. I think you do want to fit in at some point. You moved to Orange County, and you want people to like you. You want people to respond to you. And when they don't, not because they have anything against you, just everyone's doing their own thing. Everyone has their own life, their own job, things they're looking to accomplish. They're not gonna really sit there and look within you. They're gonna have their own things and their own connections they're looking for. And I think sometimes, like in my mind, you just have this division, and you hope things are gonna happen, and you hope that any change you make is gonna be met by acceptance. You hope that that you're gonna fit in, and things are gonna go the way and you want, and it's just a process. It really is just a process of just going out there and kind of finding your way, finding your path. And for me, I think when you're looking for acceptance, when that's what you crave, if that's the thing you crave, it's really tough to find. It's just, when you want that thing, it's just if it comes easy, you probably wouldn't want it. It wouldn't have as much meaning. And for me to, like, as I appreciate my life and enjoy so many of the things around me, that, like, I don't know, it's like that a dark hole that needs to be filled. And to fill it is just tough. It's tough, especially when there is a hole there, and you just have to deal with a lot of your insecurities, a lot of your just own problems, and fixing those and being by yourself. Not only having to work on yourself, but then work on, as you get older, having to work on other things, work on a business and work on relationships. And every time when things just don't go the way you want, or you're not feeling that acceptance or not feeling wanted, it just becomes a struggle. It becomes very kind of hard to get up, very repetitive. And I think the thing that I've kind of learned the most is that you do have to find acceptance from within. You have to learn to accept yourself and learn to find your passions and learn to be your biggest cheerleader and learn to, be willing to open yourself up, but not need acceptance, not need that. I think with my family, of course, I've wanted that, but that's not even a guarantee at times. But it doesn't stop me from trying. I want to do something good at the end of the day. I think that's what my journey has just brought me to. Just the crossroads of it is just kind of letting people see who I am, and not worry about whether they're going to accept me or not. Because at this point, I just accept myself. I accept the situation I'm in. I accept whatever comes. So I guess the acceptance is definitely something that I was looking for in other people and just didn't want to look within myself. And I think the second I started to accept that I have weaknesses, I've never thought I was perfect, but I'm not perfect, that I'm gonna struggle, that I have to take control of these situations, that I have to find purpose, that I have to find meaning in things. And if I can do that, I always just think things will work out, but I don't know. It's easy to say that, but all I can do is just keep trying and keep trying to find a way. I think I've found that with acceptance within and been able to drop, and just feel more free, I guess. I think with that, acceptance is just a freedom, and that's kind of, I think, the next topic I'll talk about is just what freedom really means and what it means to me and how to go about that. But with acceptance, I think it all starts, like most things, it starts from within, and it starts from challenging yourself and understanding that you have to be patient with yourself, that most things are a process. And if you can enjoy, even through the struggles, if you can just enjoy that there is something that you're fighting for, if there is something that you're striving for, that's a good life. That many other people are in situations they don't get those choices, and as long as you have choices, whether they're even good or bad, you have a chance. I think that's, like, to me, that's the beauty. It's like, it's never over. You have a choice. And so how do you make those choices, and how do you handle it? If you handle things good and you handle things the right way and you learn to find your best self and learn to deal with anything, like I said, that comes your way. I think people seem to lean towards that. I don't know. I'm not saying that. And people aren't looking for me. But I think when they do find me or they do cross paths with me, I think for the most part, at this point in my life, they're happy to deal with me. And hopefully I think I'm bringing something positive and not forcing my own insecurities, my own issues onto other people, and that I just have to work on me as much as possible. And as I learn about myself, kind of just use that growth and use that learning to express to other people that you can get up, that you can find acceptance, but to always kind of start from the inside and start in and learn to let go. And I think once you starting to let go of whatever that is, for you it might not be acceptance, it might be something else. But once you can stop gripping so tight that I need to be accepted, that I need to fit in, and that there's no other way, there's no other chance. Once I kind of let that go, things become harder and easier. But if you're feeling progress and you feel like you're headed to something and headed to a direction that you want to go to, it definitely makes things a lot easier. It makes every day kind of worth it, even if sometimes those days are extremely tough to fight through. So that's that. I know it's kind of like mad ramblings. I think at some point I'll be able to put all these kind of thoughts together into something. Now for me is just a time to just release what's in my heart. I'm going through, I think, just an emotional time in my life, and I just need to kind of dump these things out, and then come back and revisit them, and be able to kind of explain how I felt at one point and how I've gotten to another point. I think is kind of the best example. So yeah, I think I'm just trying to kind of bloodlet myself out a little bit, and not, like I said, not try to dump the baggage of what's going on or what I'm going through, or because I just feel like everyone's going through something. Everyone has these same issues, whether they're wanting to express them, whether they're just dealing from within. And so I just kind of want to try to come on and just be raw, and whether no one's watching that, or people can relate to that, I don't know if it matters. Of course I want to help people and connect with people. I definitely want to connect. I want that acceptance, just so I can kind of have a connection to the universe and connect with people and find common ground, and open myself up so I can be a better parent, and not hold things in, and not try to hide sides of myself that I don't want people seeing, but learn to kind of make those my strengths. And so the only way I can do that is by kind of exposing myself in ways that I don't necessarily want to, but I know in the end result I'll be better for it. I'll hopefully make someone better for it. And again, if you don't like the words I'm saying, or this just seems stupid, I do have a business that tries to help people. As I said, I'm not somebody who wants to sell, but it's just not who I am. But I want to share, and I want to do something with purpose and meaning. So, I do show up every day. I try to relate to people and try to understand what they're going through and try to make their life, what I think is at least 1% better by offering them a service or offering them a product that, again, I'm not going to sell it, but just means I've been there with you, so I just have a good understanding of it. And that's kind of it. But I just do feel the need to let it out. And at the worst, this will be something I think hopefully my kids will be able to hopefully relate to and use some of the life lessons, because I think we all kind of need someone to point us in the right direction at times, and to know that someone cares at times, and to hear that someone's going through the same thing or feeling the same way as us. And even if you're not ready to act on it or deal with it, it's just sometimes knowing that somebody's in the same kind of situation as you, or just hearing about somebody else going through something so you don't have to think about your situation. It's helpful. Whether that's right or wrong, I don't know. But I just know it's something that I feel the need to do. So I have to do it. It's just like, I think it's just that simple. There's something inside of me that just keeps calling. I thought it was acceptance, me needing to be accepted, but I think it was just me needing to grow up and learn and, stop being scared and stop letting the past dictate the future, and just kind of let the future dictate the future, and just be the best version of me and try to do something good and try to let people see me, not with some false bravado, or see some side of me that I think would connect with people, but see me for who I am, and just see me for the things that help me back. So, and let those things kind of try to propel me forward. And if that doesn't work, then it's it's probably a tough pill to swallow, but it's a pill that I'm ready to I'm ready to swallow it and just see what happens, and try to just adjust from there. Make any adjustments I can. So, again, I'll just put out these videos. I don't know if anyone will ever see them. I know my son probably will at some point, and I just don't think that matters. Just like when I try to sell this product, I can just show up every day and sell the best product I can, in hopes that I'm either helping people by being there for them or having a product from them. But I don't know if they're ever going to care. I don't know if they ever need me. It's not my concern. I know that, there's a huge community out there that's just unheard and doesn't have a voice. And this just goes to anything. And I just want to start giving people a voice. I just want to light the match and hopefully go about my merry way at some point, but to spark something. And the first spark had to come from within me. I had to reignite myself, which is I'm still working on. There's that is something that I will fight with every day, and hopefully at some point I'll get to where I want or need to be. But at least I can smile and I'm healthy, and I can do it. So If you like anything I'm saying, please like, subscribe. This isn't. I also, would like to share a funny side of me and should kind of share other sides of me. But I do think it's important to come out here and kind of just, like I said, expose myself. And just know in doing that, nothing bad's going to happen. Letting people see my weaknesses, my faults, my insecurities, the things that are just like, that I think of as broken in me, that I'm putting back together, that there's nothing wrong with that. That hopefully there's inspiration in that. At least I think that's what I'm looking for. Whether I find that or not, I don't know. But I take it. It's important to me. So it's the most important thing to me. So I'll just keep doing it. And that's it. Bye.